There's a leak in the transmission. We lost a quarter tank. My water heater just decided to break. The car won't start. Surprisingly, the butter knife is working the best out of any tool so far. We're gonna find a campsite somewhere in those mountains. I'm going to the post office today. Austin's currently building something in the Home Depot parking lot. It's a whole mess in here because Austin is installing our TV. Yes, because it's gonna be beautiful, the final product. So beautiful. My current project is this. Removing this coffee maker because I don't want it. It's permanently this color, so I don't think anyone wants to drink from that. That's disgusting. So she's going. And I'm gonna do something really cool with the space. And I'm hoping this is an easy task to do. I've already removed these two back screws and that did absolutely nothing. I think I'm just breaking it. After doing some investigating, I have found that this is a common problem, and there's two possibilities. It's either really easy to remove, or almost impossible. Those are the two things I found online. If it's easy, then there should be a panel up here that can be removed. If it's hard, it's stapled down. Feels loose. Oh, I think it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Ah, look at that. Now, in here should be screws, and it looks like that's the case. Of course, I don't have the right screwdriver. Will a butter knife work? I don't know what else. Okay, surprisingly, the butter knife is working the best out of any tool so far. I thought this would be easy too. Now it should just pull out. Yay! I let Austin kind of do the job on ordering the TV, and he went big. What is it, 46 inches? 40 inches? Which might not be that big to most people, but in this small space, that's pretty big. And now we'll be able to do movie nights out here instead of having to lay in the bed, which gets depressing after a while. It's gonna be tempting to watch while we drive. So it'll be like when you're in the movie theaters and you get the front row and you have to like lock your neck looking up the whole time. You pondering your existence, George. I often wonder what the dogs think whenever we're in public like this. Now that we've finished up a bunch of things, we're ready to head to camp. So I'm closing up everything. This is always nerve-wracking because I have to make sure everything's out of the way of the slide. And I think I did a good job because I didn't hear anything break, so it's a good sign. But look how tight it is. That's the desk that I film outros at, and this is my bed now. So if anything's left there, it'll just crush. We came here separately because we were dividing and conquering today. I went and got groceries. So I'm gonna be taking Austin's truck while he drives the RV. We need to find a camp spot because it's about 5 p.m. and this is when everyone starts rushing to the spots. So if we want luck of finding anything even decent, we gotta get there soon. Bye Home Depot, thank you so much for everything. And don't worry, we made sure to clean up after ourselves. All of our trash and scraps are actually behind me right now. We're gonna find a campsite somewhere in those mountains back there. Here we go. Look at how cute that, oh, there's a plane. Oh gosh, okay. Well, we are pretty limited with where we can go with this giant RV, but thankfully this area has some really big camp spots. Like this whole pull-through one right here that we just passed for some reason. Alrighty. Can't go much further because it's starting to turn into like sandy gravel. I'm not trying to get that bad boy stuck, especially since we're trying to leave early in the morning. But we did almost get stuck a couple days ago in the same area in the gravel, so that's why I want to be careful. Wait. Okay, come on. Good job. Oh, I think this expanded from the heat. Okay, it's not budging. But this looks really good. Try not to burn myself. Now look at that. Ooh. Okay, let's eat. I got the idea while making this to make a focaccia pizza, so maybe that's next. Hey friends! As you can see, today I'm making an absolute fool of myself in a public park. However, I would be completely ignorant to this fact if I didn't drive here and set up all this myself. Because I'm wearing my Manta Sleep face mask, which blocks out everything around me. Oh, it's bright. That's an adjustment. Manta Sleep is a face mask company that specializes in very comfortable and high quality face masks that come with all different styles and uses. This one that I have is the Manta Sleep Sound Mask, which allows me to connect my phone through Bluetooth. They have a heating pad one, they have a cooling one that you can put in the fridge or freezer to place on your eyes that feels really nice and relaxing. They also have a weighted sleep mask that puts a little bit of weight on your eyes, and many other options on their website if you just scroll through. Each mask comes with these removable eye cups that can be moved to adjust anyone's face. I doubt your eyes are that far apart, but if they are, good news. As I said, it provides complete darkness and it does not touch your eyeball because it's concaved in, which is really great. I use this one specifically whenever I have my occasional migraines, but this one specifically also has Bluetooth built in, so I can play some white noise and it goes right into my ears and I can block out all of the terrible noises that are making my headache worse. And lucky for you guys, this advertisement's actually going up at the perfect time because from February 12th to the 18th, they're running a special deal for Valentine's Day. You can buy any mask and get 50% off of any mask accessory. Remember, this is from February 12th to the 18th. But lucky for you guys, if you want to give Manta Sleep a try, they are offering my audience a special deal. Go to www.mantasleep.com or click the link in the description. I'll just link it down there to make it easy for you. And if you use my code at checkout, you'll get 10% off of your entire order. Anyway, thank you so much to Manta Sleep for sponsoring this video, and I'm gonna put this back on because my eyes are starting to water because it is so bright out here. Back to it, peace. So we'll go to a surprise. I know, that's never good. I went into my shower, hence the shirtlessness, and my water was absolutely freezing. Long story short, my water heater just decided to break. I use the word break lightly because it's just not working this morning. Maybe it'll work in the future. But Austin has been tinkering with it for the past hour and it still is not working. But the redeeming factor is that we do have an electric water heater. We didn't even realize it had this until this event. But this is coming in handy, so you just flick it on. I would say it's safe that the water heater works because I burnt myself quite a few times. I'm going to the post office today to go pick up some things. And when I say some, I mean like 10, so I'm sure they're thrilled. They have a bunch of packages with my name on it in the back, but I'm gonna go take it off their hands. Guys, behold the fancy technology. The trash can that opens and closes every 3 seconds. Because it's glitching. I paid $30 for this. So we've made it to where we're staying tonight. A very busy Walmart. We need to close these so no one spies on us, but I have a few neighbors nearby. Got one right there. I got 2 right here. They even got solar panels out. It doesn't say online if you're allowed to park here overnight or not, but there's no sign saying that you can't, which is what matters. I drove the truck and then Austin was driving this, and then when we got here, I was just walking along the outside of the camper and I got hit in the face with a bunch of propane. And then Austin went and looked at it and our whole thing kind of came undone from the really bumpy roads here in Arizona, thank you so much. And also the fridge was screaming, saying that it wasn't getting propane anymore. So we're gonna go out there and try and fix that. Let's go figure this out. Any luck? Yeah, you gotta tighten up.
We're getting there.
The great thing about living in an RV though and being in public is that whenever you have an issue, you get to do it in front of everybody. Like this car driving past right now. Hey. Oh hi, they did a peace sign. No more leaking.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, moment of truth, let's turn it back on.
We lost about a quarter tank.
We lost a quarter tank?
Yeah. No more leak though.
Okay, I'm going back inside. I have too many people looking at me right now. And like that, I'm no longer in public, I'm in my house. It's a cool feeling. Going potty. No, I'm not. Taking the dogs out to go potty. I never claimed it was the most quiet and peaceful Walmart parking lot, but we are in a city. It'll work. Tomorrow morning, I have to wake up around, what time? 5. Because we have to get this RV into a mechanic by 6 a.m. I'm sure you're wondering why 6 a.m.
Because it takes a while and we want to get it back the same day.
Yeah, okay. So that's why we're doing it 6 a.m. They had 2 options. It was 6 a.m. and then I think 2 p.m. So this one just works better. But with that said, I'm gonna get everything just prepared tonight and put away because this stuff can't stay out while I'm driving, obviously. Just so that morning Ethan has a little bit less on his plate. Also, something else I realized is that I never showed you guys the final product of the TV in the living room. It works great, and we also have surround sound, which I didn't even realize. But we can't figure out how to control the settings on the volume, so everything is just incredibly loud. Yeah, this looks like a place that can handle our RV. It's huge. I just hope nothing is wrong. I hope it passes with flying colors. There's no stress. So while our RV is getting diagnosed and taken care of, we're posted up at a public park. I was in a rush this morning, so I kind of forgot to get ready. So I'm doing it here. I feel and look rough. Okay, let's do this. Oh, wrong setting. My bad, that's better. And like that, we're good to go. I'm really glad Austin and I put in all the effort last night organizing everything in here so that nothing fell. Because apparently the whole time we were driving, there was just a glass chilling on the counter filled with water. But it didn't fall. It actually rode there the entire time. So that's a win. Scrub that windshield, Austin. Oh, okay, never mind. Now that we got the RV back and everything's taken care of with it, we're wanting to book it out of Phoenix ASAP. The only reason we came here was for the sake of getting the RV checked out. And as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of cities. It's kind of overwhelming. So we want to get back into the desert. So we're going to drive about 2 hours. And as I just finished saying that, watch this. Go to put in the key. And nothing lights up. The car won't start. Or the truck won't start whatsoever. Why can't I just have peace? Austin headed out. Now he's coming back to come help me with this. Because I don't know what's wrong. It's not even my truck, it's his. So I don't want to mess it up any more than it already is. Well, here comes Austin with the kit of tools, so I think he probably knows what's going on. Pop the hood? You already know what's wrong? What's the problem? The battery?
Assuming one of these got loose, maybe. Yeah, it sounds like it's loose.
You go try it? Yeah, let's go try it now. I sure hope it works. So it'll make our days. So, oh, it's glowing now. It wasn't doing that before. Yay, now it's making noises. Yay! I'm glad that was an easy solution because I was already planning on parking the RV in this parking lot and having to call a tow truck or something for this and just spending the night here, so still going to the desert, yay! I feel bad because now Austin has to navigate this parking lot, it's all tight. Come on. Bye, love you.
Interestingly, Mercy Fuels actually started in North America.
I'm driving through Quartzsite right now, and I guess this is one of the places you guys have told me to go to. It looks like there's a lot of van lifers set up here, and a lot of just things, and people walking on the road apparently. But this isn't really my vibe, so I'm going right through, but it does look cool. It looks like this is where we're going. There's quite a few other people here. Oh, looks like this is camp for the night. Yay! While we're on the theme of things breaking, we just got here, and somehow during the drive our light broke, or like the trim that goes on the light, as you can see here, it's nice and gold and pretty, and then over here it just busted off and broke in half, and I cannot for the life of me find the other half of this. Couldn't have gone that far, but it just disappeared. So until I find it, it's broken. Hi friends, this is the end of the video. Oh, I left my tripod in Austin's truck, so I'm using an ottoman right now to balance this, but it's not working. Much better. Hi friends, how's it going? I have no idea what I'm gonna title this video, but something along the lines of why is everything breaking? Because everything's breaking, as you saw in this video. Something I never even showed in this video was the fact that we had to replace our entire oven. It was before I started filming this video, so that's why I didn't show it. But that was broken as well. Just throw that on top of the list. Like the entire oven had to be removed and put in a new one. But as I said earlier in the video, it's just a thing that comes with camper living. As you guys know, I lived in a truck camper before, so I mean, I was used to things breaking in there every once in a while, but I guess this is bigger and there's more things to break, and then also when we're driving, since it's bigger, there's more like impacts if you hit a bump too hard or something. So this thing just takes falls a little harder than my past camper did. But thankfully nothing catastrophic happened, like the ceiling caving in or something. It's just little tiny things. And then also another thing I did not touch on was the results from the mechanic as to exactly how well this thing is doing. But the RV came back pretty healthy. I mean, there were some little things. There's a leak in the transmission, which apparently we got to get that taken care of. Other than that, there was no super catastrophic issue with the RV itself, which is good news. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Doing all of those are free ways that you can help out my channel. Basically what it does is that it shows the algorithm that you enjoyed the video, and then the algorithm will push my video to more people. So quite literally, free way that you can help my channel out. I would really appreciate it. So if you did all those things, thank you so much. And if you can't think of a comment, just leave a pizza emoji in the comments. That makes it easy for you. And then also I'll know that you made it to this point of the video. And then really quick before I go, as always, I would like to say a big thank you to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. Because of you, I'm able to continue making content and show you all of the beautiful places that the world has to offer, but mostly the US for right now. So thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate your support. And an extra special thank you goes to Gerald Gradwell, Jeffrey Borer, Christopher Novotny, Glenn Dillon, Greg Moffat, Ferret with the Spork, Ronnie Joseph, Stefan Roshanek. I'm embarrassed about the next one because I've been pronouncing this one wrong for 6 months. Bashni, not Banshee. Thanks guys. Jay Redden, Mark Lippman, Rob Swan, Scott Krutz, Chris Fortin, MWP200, Scott Sweaters, and Britt Saunders. Once again, thank you guys so very much. If you would like to join, all the information is in the description, along with other ways you can support the channel if you would like. I also have an Instagram. I post on there every few days, so if you want to kind of see my day-to-day life, that's a good place to check me out. It's just Ethan Be Travelin'. Also on Patreon, Austin and I just posted the Q&A, the highly awaited one. It's over a half-hour long, which is one of the longest videos I think I've ever produced. So if you want to go check that out, it's on my Patreon. Once again, I have it on there because it's some personal questions and I just don't want to blast it to the entire internet for 100,000 people to see. I'd rather keep it on there. So if you want to check it out, my Patreon starts at $1, and that is linked in the description. And then last but not least, as always, I want to give a shout out to the Cancer Research Institute. The reason I'm working alongside them is because my best friend Millie passed away about 2 years ago due to cancer, and when she did pass away, I just wanted to find the best way that I could honor her memory, and this was the best way that I felt I could do so. So if you would also like to honor Millie's memory, or just donate out of the kindness of your heart, I'll leave their link in the description to make it easy for you, and you can donate $1, $2, $5. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, or even just share the link with a loved one if you can't donate yourself. But anyway, I'm done selling you guys things. Thank you for listening. Also, if I seem a little deflated right now, it's because I'm sick. A little stuffy and tired, so I'm working with it. Anyway, I think that's all that I have to say. I'm excited to see you guys in my next video. Remember to give this a like, comment, and subscribe, please. But until my next video, you guys take care. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.